I knew I liked you because you mentioned tequila and Sonic Ice in the same lyric.
Absolutely.
I love that. And there's nothing better than Sonic Ice. I actually go to Sonic by my house and buy the 10-pound bag every weekend.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know you could freaking do that.
Yeah, and at Chick-fil-A too.
At Chick-fil-A?
At Chick-fil-A, you can do the same thing because they almost have the same ice machines. Did you know that?
No.
Well, now you learned something new.
Listen,
I'm glad I can help you out today,
Thank you
Tiera.
very much.
Yes. Oh, man. First of all, the voice of an angel. Oh, my God, right?
Thank you.
That's what I say to Nashville. At CRS, I was like blown away. I was in this room sitting in the front because I was late when I get there. And they're like, get up front. And I hate being that one guy like, hi. It was awkward and weird. But I just watched you. I was like mesmerized. I'm like, wow. It was incredible.
Thank you.
When you sit in a room like that with a bunch of programmers, because Country Radio Seminar happens every year, and it's people like myself, DJs, music directors, program directors. We all get a chance to go meet the new artists who are coming out. But when you sit in a room like that with all eyes on you, does it just kind of get weird? Or you're like, oh, man, I got to bring my game? Because in this particular instance, it's what they call a guitar pool. And there's like 5 artists, and they all play guitar, or someone just sings or has a backup like Brandon playing guitar for you today, which is awesome. But for me, I'd be like, I would just freeze.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, honestly, it was a lot of fun. I was up there with some of my label mates, and we all love each other, and we have fun hanging, and it's fun getting to be up there and play some songs with them. But so a lot of the people in the audience I hadn't met yet, and so it was just like a cool opportunity for me to play my songs for them for the first time. So I don't know if I was nervous. I was more excited than anything.
I think it would be the excitement and the rush of it all.
Yeah.
'Cause you were in a pretty cool class that day. I
Yes.
mean, Jackson Dean, Callista Clark, Lacey K. Booth. It was insane
Connor
to watch.
Smith, yeah.
Connor Smith was there. That's right. It was just like, holy crap, there's so much talent in this room.
Yes.
It was awesome. And of course, I felt bad because I sat in the front of the room. And when we do CRS, there's always like, you have to go here next, and you get like 30 minutes at each event. So I literally was almost running down the stairs, and then Amy and Tiera, I almost tackled both of them, and I felt really bad. So I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Birmingham, Alabama, what is it known for?
I mean, the barbecue, is that what
Well,
that we're
okay,
going?
that works for
Also,
me.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide,
Yes.
but also the cotton capital of the world.
Yes.
I realized that because I made a small little venture many years ago to Fort Payne for the Alabama June Jam, which is now the CMA Music Fest. They would run at the same time, and a lot of artists would go to Fort Payne because Alabama was from Fort Payne, Alabama, and they would always do this giant festival, and they would have the buses and the helicopters going from Nashville at the CMA Music Fest. And one thing I loved about Birmingham was driving through this little city that it was like so historic with the Civil War memorabilia and everything, the history of the U.S. It felt like it was right there on the palm of my hand. And I love that city. It was an amazing city.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, I'm pretty basic. I'm like Alabama Roll Tide barbecue.
Right,
So
you're like, bring it
that's
on.
where mine
Okay,
goes.
well, that's cool. But then you got married in Franklin, Tennessee.
I did.
In a
Yes.
very cool, almost very similar, small
Yes.
Civil War type town with so much U.S. history in it. That was a beautiful day. I saw all your photos, and I was like, wow, what a great day.
Yeah, well, so it's funny. Me and my husband, we're both from Birmingham, but we've been in Nashville for a while, and it feels like home. And so we just made all of our family come out there. And I mean, it's not that far of a drive, so they just made a little vacation out of it.
Now, how old were you when you realized that you were going to do music?
Oh, man.
Because everyone's kind of different. They're like, oh, I picked it up 2 years ago. I just decided to pick up the guitar one day, and it worked.
I mean, I've always loved music, just like singing around the house and, singing around my hometown. And I did pick up the guitar, and I just learned from YouTube. And I started playing festivals around town, but I would also play at restaurants. So I play at the Buffalo Wild Wings, the Chick-fil-A.
With ice?
It was yeah. I got Chick-fil-A out of it, free Chick-fil-A. So like, it was worth it. I would still go back today if they
That's
asked me.
cool. Did they give you like a little Chick-fil-A card? I got to know. Like you have Chick-fil-A for life.
Dude, they should have.
They should have. You should go back and tell them, I'll do 5 more shows for a Chick-fil-A for life.
Yeah. That needs to be a thing. We need a sponsorship up in here.
I'll tell you a funny story. Baja Fresh, I don't think they're in Nashville or Tennessee. Are they? Okay, so Baja Fresh, a couple years ago, many years ago, I also worked for Dick Clark. for the Academy of Country Music Awards.
Awesome.
And so every year we'd go to the ACMs, and I was always an artist escort or a seat filler. And they'd be like, Danny, you're going to be with Tiera today, and you're going to make sure she gets to stage and back and forth and take care of things. So Baja Fresh came in one year and gave everybody these cards that were good for 1 year for up to 4 friends. So it was really cool. So my family and I ate at Baja Fresh like for a year every night. Yeah. We saved a lot of money that year. So
I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a problem back in college. Like, there was a Chick-fil-A on campus, and I swear to you, no exaggeration, I had it every single day. Sometimes breakfast and dinner. Maybe even lunch.
How funny. What's your favorite go-to there?
Well, when I wasn't being healthy, it was a spicy chicken sandwich with a large fry and a sweet tea. But now I get the grilled chicken sandwich, but I still get those fries because you can't not.
I'm more kind of a salad guy these days, over 40.
A salad at Chick-fil-A.
I know. Good.
I'm not judging.
The Cobb salads. Hello. Yeah. Okay. God, I love you. That's awesome. We could get together for so long. You're a singer-songwriter. A lot of people don't know that there was a TV show on the USA Network a couple years ago, 2 years ago now, right before COVID. It was called Real Country, and it was hosted by Jake Owen, Shania Twain, and Travis Tritt. And Tiera was a part of the show.
Yes.
I didn't follow that show, unfortunately, because I'll admit, I'm a huge fan of The Voice and a huge fan of American Idol. I've been following him since the inception, day one. And Jake, my partner upstairs, always makes fun of me. But I'm like, you just wait and see. Here's all these artists that are coming out.
Yeah.
And I never really got a chance to watch the show. So how did you place? And the next question is, do you still stay in contact with Jake or Travis or Shania and ask for advice?
Yes. So the show, like, there were maybe like 6 different episodes, and there was a winner for each episode, and then you got to the finale. So I won my episode, but I didn't win the show. It's fine. It's not bitter. But Shania Twain was my mentor, and I do still keep in touch with her. Cool. She like comments on my pictures sometimes and will send me a little message, and it's just really cool because, you know, obviously grew up listening to her music, and she's a big inspiration for me. And so to be able to do that show with her was just really surreal. And it's kind of a part of my life that, like, I still can't believe happened.
I would say a little intimidating.
Yeah. Yeah. But she was like, she just talked to us like she was our best friend, you know? Because she's like been in our shoes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I had a chance to work with Travis Tritt at the ACMs years ago. I was his escort for a week. And I learned so much about the business from him in, 3 or 4 days. It was incredible to learn. So I would imagine, but it's also, like I said, intimidating. What's the biggest thing you've taken away from that show that you still experience today?
Well, I remember standing on the Grand Ole Opry stage with Shania, and she was just giving us advice based on, what she's experienced in her career. And she was like, there are always going to be people that are going to try and change you and, want you to wear certain things, want you to sound a certain way. Mm-hmm. But you always have to stay true to who you are. And that's just something that's always stuck with me. And, when somebody tries to put me in a blouse that I don't want to wear, I'm like, Shania told me that I can wear whatever I want to.
You'll be like, Shania? Is that your coordinator?
Right.
No, it's one of the greatest female country music artists of all time.
Exactly.
Hello. I love that. I was going to ask you this other question. It was almost a year ago next month you made your Grand Ole Opry debut.
Yes.
Who was with you that night performing, and who from the family was with you that night?
Performing, so I brought my best friend's husband. We're like really close, so he came and played with me. Is that what you're asking? Or are you asking like who, like the other artists?
Well, family-wise, but if you remember, like, because it's a whirlwind.
Yes.
And like, what other artists were there that night?
I do not remember. Oh my Lord, I don't remember. I really don't remember.
See, that's the thing.
It was just like all a blur. But my whole family came, and my label came, and my best friend from my hometown came, and it was truly like one of those days I will never forget. I mean, I've always dreamed of playing the Opry, so that was just magical. And they have my debut picture hanging up.
I saw it.
Now. Yeah.
Because we were there back in February, and every time I go, I even got a tattoo while I was in Nashville representing because I love the city. It's so much to me. This was the greatest thing that came out of CRS
That's
this year.
awesome.
It was awesome. But going to the Opry and just the magic that room has, from the Grand Ole Opry to the Ryman Auditorium, and the moment you step into that, there's just like an aura that circles you, and it's just a feeling that it's hard to explain, but you understand that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy when you step into that circle. You truly feel the history and just the magic of all of the people that have played there. And I like to describe it as it feels like Disney World playing at the Opry, especially backstage, because you just walk around and everybody that works at the Opry, they have all of these stories, from being there for so long. And it's stuff that you wouldn't be able to find online or find in a book. And so it's just really cool. Every single time I feel like I learn something new, and I just always feel so welcome there. And it will forever be my favorite stage to play on. Yeah,
I would imagine. Mine too. I stood in that circle one time, and I just, like I said, that aura is just so powerful. It's crazy. Want to get to know you. I want you to play a couple more songs because I know you guys got to go. She's performing tomorrow outside the performance for Kenny Chesney and the guys out at Lumen Field. So we're going to get her up to Seattle and stuff.
Are you coming? Yay!
Yeah, we're all coming up. We're going to roll up there. It's going at 2. Okay, good. Good to know, because I'm going to be hauling butt from here at like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to drive up to Seattle. Let's ask a couple more really quick questions.
Okay.
Favorite flavor ice cream?
Oh, I mean vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah, I'm basic.
Just basic.
Yeah.
Not even like mint chocolate chip or nothing.
I mean, I like some chocolate chips in there for sure, but not mint.
Okay.
That's not the move.
Okay, well, I hear you. Favorite time of season? Winter, spring, summer, or fall?
Oh, I love fall because I like the clothes, but I hate being cold, so summer.
Summer, okay. But Alabama in summer is hot.
Yeah, and I love it.
You? It's
yes.
like really
okay,
humid.
Let me tell you a fun fact about me. So whenever I'm traveling, I like to turn the thermostat up to 80 degrees because my husband likes it really cold at home, and so it's like kind of my time away to like make it hot. I know I'm crazy. I'm sorry.
No, it's hey, I get it. My wife would have the heat on all the time because she's always cold.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you just can't live without besides your phone? Like you have to have it with you all the time. Huh?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
I love
any
form of potatoes, like fries, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes. You just can't go wrong.
Really? I'm going to trade recipes for potatoes because my wife makes the best mashed potatoes.
Ooh, let's go.
I'll make sure Amy has it for you.
Yeah, I love
it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Tiera Kennedy.